up there, but she's cool.
We are live.
Good morning, rise and grind. It's time again for Wake and Bake with the Broskies. What is going on, everybody? We are waiting for Tara to wake up, show up, turn up, whatever.
Tara said she'd be here, chat. So if you have her phone number, send her a call or a text message. I'm sure probably half the people in chat do have it.
How do you send a call?
Well,
don't do that to him.
I don't know.
I'm kidding.
But I would like to welcome Astro Charlie and Dankman Dan with us today.
Good morning.
Really glad Dan is here. You never know when Dan's got to work.
Charlie's here.
He's a busy guy.
Yeah.
So it's nice to have him on a Saturday. Bake, same thing. You know, these guys got to work, and the plants don't care about holidays. They don't care about any of that stuff. So it's always nice when we get to steal them away from the plants for a minute and
Right.
enjoy their time.
Do spend a lot of time with plants.
What are you grinding, Dan?
I am grinding up some some garlic icing this morning.
That sounds good.
Oh
Yeah, it's really heavy garlic. It's from Freshco Seed Co. A Michigan breeder, so that's cool. Real frosty, heavy on the garlic notes. A little bit faster than GMO, a lot denser than GMO, in my opinion.
Cool.
I'm smoking on some Machiavelli and Citrique blend. And Machiavelli is Mac 1 and Lava Cake.
Nice.
Michigan breeder. Yeah.
Oh, look at you sitting by your tree.
Yeah, we put up the tree yesterday. George, the cat, he just popped up too.
George. George is looking over the land.
Does George love the tree?
Yeah, he thinks it's real.
Does he pull ornaments off and stuff?
No, he wants to
good.
chew it like a crazy man.
Yeah.
His jackpot treat, we were talking about training cats or training animals. Our jackpot treat is actually cannabis leaves. He loves, if we give him anything else like chicken or stuff, he throws up. But,
Can I give you credits for using the term jackpot? Just for anybody that doesn't understand what a jackpot treat is like, I try to explain it to people like this. If I walk up to you and I say pocket watch, and I give you a dollar bill, and then the next time I see you, I say pocket watch, and I give you a dollar bill. Okay, so I'm quickly associating a couple things. I'm classically conditioning you to recognize that if I say pocket watch, good things for you are going to happen. The problem is sometimes there's better shit going on than my dollar. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to up my reward or my reinforcer in order to be able to compete with the other motivating factor that's going on. It's kind of like your dog chasing a squirrel and you're trying to tell him to come inside. There's a tipping point. If the dog's right next to you, he's more likely to listen to you. If the dog is like 3 feet from the squirrel, as Sequence knows, it's not going to happen. There we go, Dan.
Right. I wanted to spotlight him while he's doing this.
Oh yeah.
Did you see how much flour he ground up and put on his paper there?
Yeah.
Oh, making a little worm, a donut.
Yeah.
That's not a little worm, bro. That's fucking
Like a 1/4 gram worm he's rolling up.
right.
Little bit. It's hard for
just
me
to
to
wake
find.
up.
Dankman Dan size.
Dan, I wanted to ask, you brought up the density of GMO versus the garlic icing.
Mhm.
You like that the garlic icing is more dense, but is that detrimental to how good it washes compared to GMO?
I've washed this garlic icing once, and I didn't take no numbers, but it dumped pretty well. Probably not as good as the true GMO, but
Right.
if you're looking for more shorter, squatty, faster finishing, close to 63, 65 days,
Right.
garlic strain. That's why we went for it. So
Sure.
yeah. So here's our little worm.
And it not being as tall as GMO makes it so a lot of people that are, inside of 10 or something can run it easier.
The 63 days is huge. I mean,
That's 15 days earlier than the typical, 77
GMO is
days.
an outlier in the growth time that a lot of people don't want to run for that reason.
Yeah, it's a really nice plant, heavy on the garlic terps. I mean, it's loud.
Look what he's got there, babe. He's got a turbometer.
Hey.
Fucking use the shit out of that thing.
I know.
I don't know what you said.
He's never listening to me, guys.
That word isn't in the English language, whatever you said.
Okay.
I can use it either way, so I'm good.
Well, it is the day.
It's that day. The Ohio State Michigan game.
Go blue. Everybody be rooting.
Where is you know what it is? That's
For the
why
Wolverine.
you know why Tara's not here? Because Nut Tree doesn't want to take this fucking ribbon that he's gonna get for being an Ohio State fan today, of all days.
Well,
No,
what do you
he's
think?
good about it.
last year he was at our house, or my house, I guess.
He was a champ about it too.
Yeah, we watched the game together, and Michigan won, and he was a champ about it. He was a good luck charm.
He showed
I
up at
don't
the
think
house
I'd
with a
over.
Buckeyes jersey though, man.
Yep.
Man, I don't know, but we went to the Lions game on Thursday. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. And
That's cool.
we went to the Lions game on Thursday, and it was a lot of fun, and they did very well for the Lions, even though they end up losing at the last second, which was typical. But hey, you know, this was a Super Bowl contending team that they were playing against, and I think they did pretty fucking well.
Yeah, it was a great game.
And it was fun. We got to sing the Lions song, Forward Down the Field. Yeah, we got to sing that lots. And there may only have been one time where I accidentally pulled a How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days moment where I wanted a pretzel and a pop. And he was sitting on the end. And so he's like, well, do you want me to get it for you? And I was like, yes, please. And he missed 30 minutes of the game.
I mean, sort of. You know, football is like on and off. So, like, I miss like 5 minutes of game time and like 30 minutes of real life time.
Right.
Yeah, it was bad. I sent him a text. I was like, if it's taking so long, don't wait in line. This is crazy. He did miss a touchdown, I think.
I missed the touchdown against a guy that was playing against me in fantasy. So it was a double whammy.
Double
But it's
shitty.
all right. It was a great game. Like I said in the pre-show, I was double fisting 2 hearted ales. So I had a good time. I was properly lubricated, and
Where were your seats at?
we were the very second row of the second section up. So we had great sight lines. We didn't have people standing in front of us or anything.
Except for this numbnuts Bills fan. We were like, we had this, we were surrounded by fucking Bills fans. And this woman that kept standing up at every single play. I'm like, bitch, sit down. Like the rest of us want to see. But no, I couldn't believe how many Bills fans there were. It was
There
like
were a lot.
there were a ton of Bills fans, and we were kind of surrounded by them. But they were decent. They weren't like assholes and stuff. So we had really good seats in the end zone. So we got to see a lot of action, and it was fun. We had a good time. And it was like the second most attended game, Thanksgiving Day game for the Lions.
The second most attended game ever for the Lions at home.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
Because all those Bills fans were still there from the week before. They're like, well, fuck
Part
it,
of
we're just
that,
gonna stay
and-
for the whole week, man.
They had sold out all of the seats, and then they were selling standing room only tickets all around the.
Oh shit.
I don't know what they would call that area, but yeah. So they had standing room only seats, and that was it was the second highest selling game ever, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
It took us a long time to park and all the normal stuff, but
Oh yeah, because we got down there and the fucking parade was happening.
the Thanksgiving parade was happening, so all the roads were closed, and like even worse than normal. It's already a cluster getting down there, and then it was way worse than normal because of that.
So the road was closed off because we had prepaid for a parking ramp. So we didn't have to fuck with it once we got down there. And the road was closed off. All the roads were closed off for us to be able to get to the ramp. So finally I was like, you know what? After driving around for like 15 minutes trying to figure out a way to get there, I finally just rolled up to these cops that were standing there by the thing. And we were like, our ramp is right there. How are we supposed to get to it? And the guy was like, you know what? $1 million or something.
Yeah. I was like, man, we can see the ramp. It's right there. And I showed him on the GPS. He goes, you can't get there from here. We couldn't go around the block and get there or anything.
No.
So we moved it. So we moved the barricade for us and let us go through. So that was cool.
Painted lady did the eyelash thing. She was like, and we went right
Well,
through.
definitely better her than you.
Well, at least you didn't pick them off and flick them.
No,
The eyelashes.
No, I didn't really do the eyelash thing. I pulled the Karen is what I did. I was like, how are we supposed to get there? It's like all the roads are closed off because of the parade. But it was kind of cool because then we had to walk to Ford Field. So we got to see the parade while we were walking.
we left really early, so we did get to see a lot of the parade and stuff, which was cool. We had planned for the unplannable, which was all of that bullshit, and thank goodness we did. Always plan for the unexpected stuff, and we got there plenty of time to get some Two Hearteds and pretzels and stuff, and we watched the game. It was a great time.
It's fun.
We smoked a joint in the parking garage, and that was funny. And
As
right,
is tradition.
we're like 30
Well-
feet from the parade, so there's a bunch of people in the parking garage staring at us and stuff, and that was funny.
There
What
were
are they gonna
fans.
fucking do,
Like-
man?
They were probably
Looking
wanting to hit.
Right.
The parents probably were, but yeah, it was a great time, and we had a good Thanksgiving, even though we didn't have any Thanksgiving food. Then we came home and had Chinese food.
Yep.
Hey.
It's hard to find a place to buy food on Thanksgiving, because they're all. We were going to eat at the casino because casinos are open, but it was $45 a person. So we opted.
I'm not eating $45 worth of food.
Right. So we opted not to do that. Actually, today, I believe today, Painted Lady's going to make some Thanksgiving stuff.
No, that's not happening today.
No, Painted Lady is not.
Squash.
Nice try.
This is happening today, and then Michigan game, and
Yeah,
Exactly, man.
Yeah.
Today is
Tomorrow.
order a pizza or
Wow.
something. You know what I mean?
I have some. I got some sloppy Joe stuff, Skills.
Yeah, we'll be good.
Sloppy Joe, sloppy Joe.
Sloppy Joe.
Made them extra sloppy for you.
We also, Natalie and I went to the east side of the state and had Thanksgiving with her family, and they had the same meatballs that we had at your house recently.
Did they?
They're great, aren't they?
Yes, yeah. So now we gotta make.
So
them
what are
too.
these famous meatballs? What kind are they?
It's you're gonna have to correct me. It's grape jelly and chili
Yeah.
powder.
Chili
Yeah,
sauce.
Chili sauce.
chili sauce. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. It's just grape jelly and two.
So
jars of
Midwestern.
chili sauce.
Yeah. Everybody knows it.
Yeah, these
So
aren't a
good.
secret recipe. This is
No.
a very
Oh, okay. This is new to me then.
Yeah. When you hit me with the Welch's grape jelly, I'm like, oh, it's got to be the chili sauce.
Just
Yeah.
normal meatballs. Okay, gotcha.
So good. I don't know why that's so good, but it is.
We have random questions. Anyone grow genetics that end up like Captain Crunch, tastes like Sweet Werther's original hard candies. Much love to all the ganja farmers.
I don't know, but I need it if
What?
there is a strain.
Sounds
that way.
good. Yeah.
That's two different things because Werther's originals to me taste a lot different than
Butter.
Yeah, Captain Crunch is
Butterscotch
good.
is peanut butter and butterscotch.
There's a lot of strains out there that represent cereal.
Yeah.
A lot of
Usually on the
marshmallow.
fruity side, though.
Cobra milk, right? It's got like milky vibes, supposedly. There's a lot of different strains, though. A lot of them.
I think my
Skittles.
Platinum Kush breath smells like that Sugar Smacks from when we were kids.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe something like peanut butter breath too. You could try along those lines.
I'm not surprised that you would find one that's got like a brown sugar caramely taste in
Right.
cannabis.
Then you got to pop the pack and see if you have that representation that you were hoping to find too.
I'm curious about that maple that's going around.
The syrup.
No, the strain maple. It's supposed to be pretty maple-ish.
Which would be like syrup, or do we mean like chewing the leaves?
I'm assuming syrup. So
Yeah,
There we go.
but he was talking about the strain Scobo, so he was being specific that he wasn't talking about little.
Oh, a specific
Yeah,
strain
there's
that
a
is.
strain that's-
yeah, it's called maple.
called maple.
Come on, Scobo, we're on a
Come
cannabis.
on, man! You're supposed to keep up with these 13,000 genetics that have come
Yeah.
out over the last 24 months. What's wrong with you? You're lacking, pal.
Dummy.
I said rise it.
Girl
I
Scout
said
cookies
rise
all
and
the time
grind,
with literally
and I meant
cookies.
it.
Come on now.
Chat, I
Yeah.
can't read chat because I don't have no chat up. So shout out to chat and everybody that showed up for the wake and bake with us this morning.
Let's
We
see.
got- How many are in there? I can never tell anymore.
78. No, it just went to 80.
80,
By my
yeah.
screen. And I'd like to say cheers to everybody. I hope you're starting your day off right. You're able to sit with us, smoke with us, have some laughs. And if there's any other questions, we'll kick them around for a while and see where it goes.
Yeah.
But speaking of strains and cool shit, congratulations, Dan.
Oh, thanks, man. You kind of introduced it. So, yeah, my great buddy, Normish Matt, you guys can find him on Instagram. He's a super fabulous farmer. He had brought me some product to process for him. And we do a lot of collabs and a lot of events together. So, yeah, he had took some of these strains we had washed and entered them into the Country Roots Sun-Grown competition, and he did fairly well over there with those. He took first place for I believe the category was sun-grown, Michigan bred, Michigan grown, best solventless with his strain called Stankonia, which is also a fresh coast seed strain. That also took fan favorite category as well, number one. And then his GMO we washed also placed third in the fan favorite. And very, very humbled and proud to be part of that collaboration. And shout out to Normish, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man.
Hell yeah, that's awesome.
Hell yeah.
Congrats.
Thanks.
Very cool.
We have met and smoked with him before as well.
Yeah.
Especially the fan favorite categories, you know, 'cause that's the ones
Yeah.
that are really what you want to win. I think.
For
We've
sure.
judged before. We know what all of that stuff.
I mean, I'm not trying to go in on it because I've done judging before, but
Yeah.
a judge is just another person that smokes cannabis. So, you know, okay, you're going to have however many people you have judge a competition for whatever category, because a lot of times they don't have, like, you would think that there's judges that do every single thing, but that's not the way that I've been involved in it. A lot of times it'll be like for flower. So you'll be like the flower judges, and then they'll have somebody that does all the concentrates and shit. But, you know, it's cool to get tapped to do it, but it's not the be all end all.
Right.
So
It
even
just
if
means
you entered
have
and you,
more experience usually, or a bigger name or whatever, but
sometimes there is some of that goes on, but to see yourself show up in the fan favorites,
right.
that's, you know, that's like The Rock. That's the people's champ. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Sometimes that's better than holding the strap.
Very humbling. But like I said,
That's
in my
word of
post
mouth.
on Instagram, that you know, Matt had brought me some superior flour that, you know, he took the time to post harvest prep this for fresh frozen, and that we were able to isolate all the heads. And yeah, you know, it's all about the growing and then the preparation before the wash. So shout out to him and all his hard work.
Hell yeah.
Great collab. Great collab.
For sure. What's that smoking?
The hit went up on my nose.
Oh,
My eyes water. He always says whenever my eyes water, he's like, I like it when your eyes water.
gives you that glistening
What does that mean?
shine.
You just opened a can of worms there.
There you go.
I didn't know what that meant.
Charlie's over there fucking ripping along too. Get it, bro. Young lungs. Oof.
Yeah,
Good morning, sir.
I try and make sure because it's the wake and bake. Sometimes I'll be watching or hanging out, like no one's smoking. I'll take the torch.
You'll be the one.
I just got to make sure that there's clouds being blown and
It's very Iron Maiden of you, sir.
Yeah,
Eddie,
man.
it's Eddie
I'm still
approved.
working on this fucking donut, man.
I can't compete with that though.
It's
Like
no
he's hot
surprise,
boxing
Jesus. I mean,
what
that's
the beast
Fuck,
mode.
we're gonna burn the whole show.
You're gonna be
it's
in a
getting all
coma.
smoky. You see how his lights are all smoky now, and they've lost their
Yeah, the
shade?
shed's only like 10 by 12, so I'm gonna fog the fuck out of it.
Hot
There's gonna be a
boxing,
cloud
man.
in there.
That's
Porch
crazy.
is in chat.
Porch,
Porch, how's
We miss
Florida?
you.
yeah, Porch Farmer's
Cheers,
vacationing in
Porch
Florida
Farmer.
right now, watching the show. Thank you very much.
We miss you, brother.
I hope
For
you don't
sure.
have the fam watching too. They're probably like, "What the hell? We're on vacation."
Yeah, man.
Florida is tits. I don't know.
Yeah, man.
It's warmer than here.
I,
Smells
I,
like
like,
Yin Yang where there's originals there.
I like Florida. I like
Fuck
the
you,
ocean.
man. You almost fucking, dude. I've been sitting here trying to be chill and not take a drink. I'm like, as soon as I do, you want to fucking try to cut me out. I want to give a shout out to Big Jar Grow's wife, Shell Johns, for this dope ass fucking mug that she made me.
That is
The eye
dope.
for it. Yeah, the eye for it is a roller ball. It's pretty slick.
Neat.
I like it.
Listening in from inside the welding helmet.
Ooh.
Cheers to everyone listening at work. Appreciate you. That's kind of the original intention of the show and the podcast format and all that stuff. Was you could put it on while you were at work and or on the way to work.
Well, and originally it was we had a lot of people that were like, "Man, we love the show, but I can't stay up that late. I work early."
Right.
You know, so and then that was here's my throwback. Originally, it was going to be called Donuts with Dankman Dan and with Tara, and of course, in her absence, I have to call her out once again because Tara, baby, come back. Where are you at? Are you asleep?
You know she's gonna be devastated when she wakes
She is
up.
too. And the watch
I'm
back.
sure
She's,
not
gonna be-
sleeping.
See, she's late.
she's not sleeping.
I think she doesn't have an internet or something happen.
Mm.
Well, normally she'd be at least be in our chat in the phones
Right.
and be like,
Ooh.
we're doing whatever, we're whatever. So I'm sure sleep seems the most likely. Usually she'd be,
I doubt she's
I
sleeping.
know. Usually she's up at 5.
Or 4.
Yeah, when she was.
Sue, that's awesome. Pop those suckers.
GMO Rise.
Yeah. That's awesome. We're getting ready to pop this weekend.
Nice.
Woo!
Hiking up along.
Ooey baby.
Oh,
I
Yeah.
love that seed, man. And I'm gonna start popping more seeds more often because
yeah.
I
I
got way
popped some
too.
too.
I want to buy more, but I don't want to buy them until I run the ones I got. You know.
Yeah, you got to do that.
Anyone do any Black Friday seed sales?
I bought a bunch of Black Friday stuff, but nothing.
I'm thinking more Farmer Freeman for Black Friday myself, and maybe wash bags and stuff like that.
Sex Tiscuits. Yeah.
I got some of the Lime Rising Farms. I hit him up and I asked him what his hash strain would be. So I got the Salvisa, which is Bicket OG crossed with the Work. And the Work was something I was super interested in anyway.
Oh yeah, nice.
Very excited for that.
The last seeds I bought was from ABC Seed Co. up here at the Breeders' Ball in Kalkushka Lounge. I met with the breeder there, and I picked up a strain. It's called Mr. Rainbows. It's Mr. Nasty crossed with Skittles Rainbows, or Skittles Rainbow. So pretty excited about that one too. That should be a good washer.
I just popped his the Grape Quake.
Nice.
I just got done. I put them in the Jiffy pellets. So wait for.
How many of those did you pop?
Just 6 to start, and I
Okay.
did another set from Smiley's Angels, the Sky Stomper,
Okay.
which is Max Stomper crossed with Sky Cuddler Kush F3.
Nice.
I think they're both looking healthy for washing, so I'm interested in that and the Terps too.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
We just got done running excuse me, golden apples from In-House Genetics. That's apple fritter crossed with platinum. We ended up having 3 different phenos of that turned out exceptional. It's going to be hard to choose a winner. Both had, or all 3 had great characteristics. This
What kind of expressions?
To prove it. We got clones. We'll run them all again and then make our choice then. But you know, it's hard to compete, man. There's some nice colas in here.
Ooh, big flex. Come on.
Beautiful,
Bag on them.
Ooh, that looks good.
Gorgeous.
beautiful.
Nice and dense too.
Yeah,
Is that your
they're
favorite
all-
one, Danny?
Sorry, guys. This is a dip one pheno. It's kind of gassy. Sorry.
Okay.
Is that your favorite?
It's the one I've been reaching to, but I think it was because it was the one I trimmed out first. But
I like-
I have a purple pheno that was pretty purple-ish. That also threw out some crazy ass, hard, dense colas. Very good.
Solid.
Looks sticky.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's good. This is more of a gelato kind of a flavor. Then I had a real short squat one She's way over there. Ain't gonna get it, but they all were pretty nice, so it's gonna be hard to tell.
Nice.
See the friends
I like the
say.
structure of them a lot. I really, for some reason, I gravitate towards buds that foxtail just a little bit like
I
that.
love them
Yeah.
heavy helix.
I think that comes from like growing GMO, or not GMO, but GG4 is one of my early strains.
GG4 and
Yeah,
GMO.
I love it. I love
Yeah.
that.
So from a long time, me being, when I started growing and growing GG4 and seeing that from plants, I'm like, I guess that's what I feel like plants are supposed to look like. So when I see it, I'm like, nailed it.
Yeah, well, they're easy to trim, and you just use your finger, flick the
Yeah.
leaves
That's
off,
true, yeah.
a couple crow's feet, you're done. It's real user friendly.
And the sugar leaf left over is worth keeping anyway. You can do something.
Oh man, I tell you, that's what I make this shit out of. That big old worm I rolled is out of fucking trim, man.
Hey, who
Someone
we got?
Oh,
I
oh,
heard the noise. Who we got?
this is.
Hey, good morning, rise and grind, Tara.
Fuck, I just woke up. Jesus.
Oh,
What? I
Called
said
it.
you weren't sleeping
Called
too.
it.
I was
Good,
like,
sleeping.
Now that I'm in a house, I can sleep.
Exactly.
that's hilarious.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
good
Morning,
Tara.
Tara.
Morning.
Morning, Dan. Morning, Astro Charlie. Morning, Skillbo. Sequence, Painted Lady. Hi, guys.
See,
Alright.
this is proof that she wakes up this way, guys. She doesn't have to have 6 cups of coffee to turn into Tara. She's
No.
like this out of the gates, man.
Yep, it's me all the time.
How have you been?
Good, real good. Trying to get back in the swing of things again, so it's back to civilization again.
Yeah. Nice to
That's
see
that blow the
plants
wall.
going and
What'd you say?
I said it's that blow the wall shit.
Yeah, below the wall, the line.
Definitely below the wall now. You can
With the
tell.
tent open and the warmth of the light going.
yeah.
Yes, they're doing really good. A little bit of a transition still going on, switching from Nectar to Jax. So
It'll be just fine. That'll be fine.
yeah, they're doing okay. The Storm Shadow's a beast. It's fine.
Dude, that was like in this little 3-inch cube.
Right here,
It was like 3 feet tall.
biggest one in the tent, and this is what I just got potted out of, and it's a beast.
Probably doesn't have any branches on it, does it?
No, I mean it's
Oh
awesome.
man,
Just
it,
a stick.
it throws down though. That fucker throws
It's the
down.
first one right here.
Yeah. Yep, that's what happens when you get them in a narrow cup like that.
Yeah, it looks good though. I like it.
And then crammed with 30 other plants in a 5x5.
Right, yeah. Survival of the fittest, man. I know what that's like.
The Banana Daddy's the one that's kind of struggling a little bit with pitching, but it'll be okay.
Yeah, it's a slow grower anyway. She's very slow. She won't stretch much at all on you.
Okay.
You got a pile of seeds that you've been collecting for a while that you got to start cracking into. So
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
excited to see what you got going on there, Tara.
Full moon is the 7th of December, so I think that's what we're shooting for. But oh yeah, I got my satchel ready. Busted.
Oh yeah. Welcome back.
Yes, it's been nice. It's nice just to. Yeah, it's just nice being in a house again.
Yep.
I don't have
I bet.
sand in my ass crack. I love it.
Real shower.
Dude, I was telling Sequence, I can do like camping and stuff, like real dank camping, like no toilets, I like just going in the woods and that kind of stuff, using like, wet wipes and that,
Leaves
whatever.
and stuff.
But
Leaves and shit.
I can do that for a few days and sleeping on an air mattress in a tent. And yeah, I said it, an air mattress in a tent too, because there's no way this old ass body is sitting on the hard ass ground. So, but 3 days is probably the max. Maybe 2 at this point. So I give it to you for being able to deal with all that for so long,
Couple
and the
years, yeah.
frozen pipes and and sharing the showers, and oh my God,
Yeah.
man, dorm life was bad enough. I can't even imagine camper life.
It definitely had its ups and downs, but for the most part, honestly, it wasn't all that bad. I mean, our camper was really super nice. So, you know, I'm very fortunate that, you know, we did have that. I mean, I don't know what we'd have done if we didn't have that. I guess I'd have still been in that fucking tent, huh? But no, I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have lasted. that
No,
long.
you couldn't have.
You've been sleeping in a Kia.
Igloo.
Sleeping in that Kia, that's for sure. But no,
No.
it was an experience, and you know, I mean, it challenged myself. I think, you know, I had to. We both did. I mean, it challenged both Nuttree and I. So
Yeah. I think it makes for a really cool chapter in your life story when you're like,
it does.
you know, I dropped everything and I moved and lived in a camper for a couple years, and you know, all that stuff is part of a cool life story, I think.
It becomes part of the lore.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, absolutely. You did a lot while you were up here, so
I had a great
Learned a
time.
lot.
I had the best time. We did and we did and we did. We constantly were going and doing, and I mean, we, you know, did not just sit in the camper and say la la la. I mean, we were out every weekend doing something. So we definitely benefited from the North and absolutely love it. And that's our home up there. So
You're out every weekend driving down here, so I'm glad you're back down here so you save some money. And
oh my gosh, we got gas for $3.18 yesterday.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yes. Shit myself. Troy was pulling off the exit and he's like, I'm gonna get some gas. I was like, all right. And I had just woke up and he's like, look at this gas price. And I looked up and I was like, $3.18? What the fuck? Where are we?
Right. That's pretty nice.
It was.
I offered to buy gas for Painted Lady
I
the
knew
other
this was
day.
coming up. I knew this was happening next. I knew the story was. I was sitting here. Wait. I was soon. Anyway, continue.
Would you like to tell the story?
No, I
Okay.
wouldn't. But please continue.
So we were going to buy gas, and I offered to get gas, so we stopped at the gas station. And
I was driving.
yeah, well, that's an important part of the story. Painted Lady was driving, and she stopped at the gas station of her choice, and we got gas. And when we left the gas station, we realized that every other gas station was like 20, 30, 40 cents cheaper or more.
20.
Or more, yeah. And then, you know,
I
Tara got it for $1 cheaper.
know. Well, no, actually, it was probably more because you
Oh, yeah.
you put premium in
Yeah,
it, didn't you?
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have to use
You gotta put premium in my car, and so it's like 5 something now. So yeah,
So that would
yeah,
get a break.
$3.19 is good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that-
definitely nice to see a different gas price around.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. They don't have to ship it as far to get it up north, so it's cheaper down here.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. That's what Troy said too, and I told him he was full of shit.
yeah, it's crazy up here, man.
It's true. Why do you think that a loaf of bread is like $3 in Alaska? Because it takes a lot to get it there.
Well, I get that portion, but we're just talking about Michigan here. We're not talking
It's
Alaska.
still an
Shipping.
8-hour round trip to get it from where it was to where it's got to be.
Yeah.
You got to pay somebody to drive it there, and
Anyway, did anybody pick up any Black Friday deals, Chad, or anybody in the panel pick up any like growing Black Friday deals that were worthy of mentioning to?
Nope, did not do
Right.
any shopping. Did you guys?
Farmer Freeman sex test kits for $1 is a pretty damn good deal. in my
Oh yes.
That's
I'm
good.
sorry, $10. $10.
Wonder if it's still going.
Yeah, just those seeds from Lime Rising Farms. But all the seed banks and everyone's running deals.
right.
Natalie and I are gonna have a little Instagram story sale later for Small Business Saturday. If you're interested in art,
What'd you
Oh,
get?
nice.
What seeds did you get from him?
I've been very interested in the work, like that whole strain. Yeah. So I asked him about that because he did the F2 of it, and he recommended for washing, or what he recommended was Bigelow G Cross with it, the work. So that's what I got, the Salvisa. I think that might have been like one of the giveaways for the Sungrown competition. I'm not sure.
Okay.
But yeah, it was 50% off, or that's the deal I got for the seeds. They were relatively cheap. I'm very excited for them. Shiny.
I got some of Charlie's art in the mail.
And we gotta shout out Dan and Tommy and for Sungrown.
So fucking
and
cool.
how they placed.
So
Yeah, I think Tommy plays second in the flower, I believe.
Yeah, I was super excited to see that. Oh, and my buddy Bully Boys, they came in third in the flower
love
too.
it.
I'm super excited to see that.
the little astronaut.
Hell
That's
yeah,
cool.
man.
I love
THC
that.
molecule or
Is
the
that gold
THC
foil?
thing.
That's
Yeah.
badass.
Yeah, spoiled and oh, there we go. I got it focused.
Oh, nice.
You did. You nailed it with the THC molecule on there. One of 8, first edition. Fuck yeah, man.
Check out Charlie's art sale. He's got some amazing stuff. Look at this guy. He sent me a skull with
Oh
a
yeah, that's tits. That's
look.
my
He's got a
face.
spoon in the middle of his forehead.
Or something else. If
It's
you
a
turn it up
trichome head.
down.
It's the head, man. Hash head, right?
Hash head.
Yeah.
Okay. Or
Cool.
indeed.
The many talents.
So cool.
Very cool, Charlie. Thank you so much for sending. You didn't need to send those, but thank you so much. I'm glad that you and Natalie could make it out. I know that was a drive, so
Oh no, not at all. Lansing's awesome.
appreciate it. And Tara, obviously you too. You guys, I can't believe you guys drive so far all the time to just hang out. That's what's really cool about this group of people is, you know, Skilbo, you'll drive from fucking all the way over on the east side, and
Yup.
Tara, you, for so long, you were all the way up there, and Kalkaska.
The
Next
cow.
week.
She just has wheels on her feet.
Next weekend, I got to drive to old man Herman Hash's house and do some cleanup for the
So
Thanksgiving that will be there.
we might be a little delayed on that. Oh man has COVID.
Oh no!
Yeah,
Wow.
his son gave him COVID. I've been checking on him.
Damn,
He
People
came
are still
down-
getting that.
that sucks.
Yeah, it's actually going around right now, pretty good.
Hmm.
No, he came down with it. I'd say Monday is when I think Sunday or Monday he tested positive. So we will be going to Old Man's to do cleanup. It's just we gotta just see. I don't know. We'll have to see how.
Yeah, I just hope he feels all right, man.
If he feels okay, then hell yeah, we're there cleaning up.
Usually COVID's not going to last a month, so I think we should be good on time.
Right.
I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping for.
There's like 2 weeks before you wanted to clean up or whatever. If we
Yeah.
delay it more, it's going to have to be a New Year's party.
I mean, we could do that too.
Yeah, we could do that too. There's always time
In
for a
addition,
party.
meaning two, as in TOO.
Yeah.
Dan's down there working away with the
No,
precision.
very good dab.
It was a pretty good dab.
You're
My Dr. Dabber is
beast.
busted right
Yeah.
now, so I'm back to doing it off of my rig again.
How long did that burn for, Dan? Do we know? Was that like
Well,
a
it's still
30
going,
minutes?
man.
Oh, okay.
Still
yeah, okay.
going. He said
Still
Keep the
going.
timer going. Keep it
it's
going.
38 minutes of the show right now. Probably like 30
Gotta go
minutes.
to a different
Beautiful.
source of fucking
Beautiful.
intake.
The kid is slid.
K3, how are you popping those ethos?
Nice.
I've never had a problem popping any ethos or
Never.
having any of them shit out on me. So I usually, I mean, I'm old school. I do the paper towel method. Okay. Is paper towel too wet? Maybe. Usually I put the paper towel in, I just wring it out. So there's like, it's moist but not wet. And then I put the seeds in there and put them in an unsealed sandwich bag is what I do. And then I layer them all on top of each other on top of the fridge. And it just has that nice warm heat from the top of the fridge. And I seem to never have a problem. So I don't know. That sucks. You're having problems. Maybe you just got a bad batch or.
Yeah. Usually
Oh.
ethos will be it'll be the opposite way where, you know, if you try to pop them with a bunch of Instagram breeders or something, they'll be the only ones that'll pop instead of the other way around.
Loose dogs.
Oftentimes I'll pop them just like Painted Lady said, I'll put them on top of the fridge or on top of a T5 light that's on 24 hours so that it's
He's
warm.
looking out the window at these dogs.
These dogs don't belong on.
And
What kind of dog is it?
Oh man, they made their way into Misty's yard. Sorry, I'm just so distracted.
just trying to carry on here.
Sorry. Continue. I had such a squirrel moment.
Did my best, chat.
Soldier on. Or did you lose the thread?
Well, we were just talking about popping seeds, so.
Yeah.
I
Anyway,
just
that's what
recently
we're
got
having
a
problems.
heat mat.
It
For
could be
the
lots
first
of things.
time.
Could be storage, could be methods. I haven't had trouble popping them any way, whether it's putting them straight in soil, straight outdoors in soil, in greenhouses and pots, paper towels, shot glasses of water. They'll pop all the different ways.
As for
Grown
Charlie,
people for years.
you said that you recently got a heat mat.
Yeah, I got a heating mat. I've been doing cloning I always do a fair amount of cloning, and I want my rooting rate was 100% with it. Just Rockwell cubes. I soak the Rockwell cubes in my nutrient mix and then pop them in there with some Clonex, and it works fine.
Full strength, 50% strength on the mix.
The lowest dose that I will, I'm using Canna brand nutrients, so it's like it's very low. It's very low. I'm not like
Are you
too
using any
worried
kind
about
of like Rhizotonic or anything like that along with it?
Yeah, I'm using Rhizotonic. That's the only real thing I add, other than like dipping it in Clonex, right? I really like that stuff. And then if I have an issue later, my little trick is I'll just take sometimes a syringe if I can, a plastic one, just drop some Clonex and go just squirt it on the root, like right where it meets the Rockwell. I'll open the dome up and the other thing is I don't water quote unquote every day, but I lift the Rockwell tray cube up every 3 days, fill it up, and then drop it in and let it soak so all the air bubbles come out, and then go back in. But the heat mat was the first thing that the first time I tried the heat mat. It got hotter than I thought it would get. It did really well for the clones, but for a minute when I popped those seeds recently, the Gravequake and the Sky Stompers, like a week and a half ago, it just felt like they were really hot, But we'll see.
I agree with chat. I would start the auto where you're going to grow it to avoid shocking it by moving it around. But I had some good luck with those.
Yeah. I haven't had an auto, but no, like I said, it's 100% on my Rockwell, like every time. So it's working for me.
The only thing that scares me about the heating mat is that I've heard a lot of times, both through forums and not personal experience, because I haven't bought one due to all of these stories, but they go over temp a lot.
Yeah.
So you'll end up, instead of 100%, you'll get 0%, and then you got to clone all over again.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it in the summer, but it's winter right now. Like, I guess that's why I'm doing it. My temps in that area and my environmentals are just a little bit lower.
The mats might be getting a lot better too. I mean, when you're talking about like IC Mag forum posts, they're all 10.
Yeah.
Why couldn't you put that on like some kind of dimmer or like if you have like a fan speed controller? Why couldn't you put the heating mat on that if it doesn't have like a control on it?
Well, I think they all have some sort of a thermostat, but if it breaks somehow,
Yeah, I haven't looked at mine. I don't think it does. I think it just like sets to us like I think it says it raises the ambient temperature, or like whatever your ambient temperature is of the room, it'll raise it 2 degrees up or more. I think that's not true. It definitely gets hotter than that.
No, the size of the room would dictate that.
Yeah, but I think what you can do, because it doesn't get that hot, is you could add layers of insulation or like put a shirt between the pad. Yeah. Obviously, that's going to have your own experimentation. That's what I was doing, because this is the first time I'd done that. And the way that wherever my heating mat was, I couldn't like keep it completely dark. So I put a whole sweater over it, like to keep it light proof. And that was fine. I'm sure it raised the temp a little bit more than I wanted to too, which is something I didn't like. But yeah, we'll see. I'll see how the seeds come out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you find that it raises it too much, some of the people in chat are saying to put just a spacer in between the mat and the tray.
Yep.
And that would work really well.
Couple of mason jar lids, man.
Cheers, Casey.
Cheers,
Cheers,
Kazoo.
Kazoo.
Something that I do maybe without even noticing it, but I do it on a wire rack that's raised. And it's probably because there's nothing underneath it. There's something like dissipating out from the bottom at least, instead of it just
True.
trapping. Yeah.
Yeah, instead of sitting
Um,
on a table or something.
Yeah, where it's just like completely sandwiched. But spacers are a good idea. There's a bunch of stuff you could, whatever you can find that works.
It's a limitless learning curve. The growing thing is like, you know, because we're aiming for optimal, that goal changes as knowledge changes and all the time. And so we're always raising the bar, trying to find another place.
I
And
do the same thing as Painted Lady and put the seeds on top of the fridge
Mm-hmm.
all year, mainly because I can look at them really quick and
Yeah.
check them and keep the humidity in there.
It's all the same idea, right? Is you want to put them on a source of heat that's going to be on all the time, not something
Yeah.
that's going to turn on and off, and so they're going to get cold and then warm.
Right.
They won't pop that way.
Right.
So
Well,
put
what's
on
the,
a- works really
if you
well.
think about it from the seed standpoint, when it's cold, if let's say that you've got, you know, your temperature in your basement is like super cold, right? I mean, and I'm talking about it's January cold. Okay. Seeds don't naturally want to pop around that time. You know, you think about it, it wants to be warm and like kind of tropical, kind of like a clone dome. It needs that in the very beginning so that it can get started. If it's super, you know, cold and shitty environment, you're not going to have as high a success rate. But the nice thing about seeds is they want to survive. So there's like 50 fucking ways you can do this. And we can get into the intricacies of it. And some of it is bro science. Some of it's real science. Some of it's shit that works for me. Some of it's shit that only works for me. Some of it's shit that works only for other people. But, you know, like one of the big things on popping seeds was the, if you have the bag, is to, you know, stick them to the wall so that you're shooting roots the right way. Like, okay, that's kind of cool. I don't see a problem with that, you know.
Makes sense, you know.
An important thing to remember about seeds is they're part of nature. So like
They want
if
to
you're
survive.
aiming for a specific set of parameters and it's not working, like seeds work in all sorts of shit. Like that's why that plants make a couple thousand of them, is because, you know, 1,900 of them are going to die and they need one plant to make it. So all those different seeds will like different environments and stuff. So if you're getting a very, very, very low percentage, you're either got really bad seeds or you're really far off, because, you know, they're going to pop in a springtime if it's 50 degrees, some of them, and some of them won't pop until it's 80 degrees, you know. But nature will decide that half of those seeds just die in the ground and then some of them will become plants. So if you're failing a significant percentage of plants, then you're definitely got either a genetic problem or a procedure problem.
You know, it's crazy. I've been growing for years, and what you said was just like a miniature paradigm shift for me on seed popping. And that was the idea that the variance among seeds that we talk about in their expression is not just for eyes and flavor. It's
not
also
just
for
terpene,
environment. It's
roots
also
and-
for environment.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting, man.
Yeah. How they react to temperature, how they react to humidity, like all the stuff that we complain about with PM resistance, and every
Right.
seed is different in like all of these different parameters, and not all of them you can see on a sex test. Some of them you just have to grow them out. But yeah, it's like we said, it's an ever evolving deal. Sue, we could get you to do some dabs. Dan could lace you up with a nice cold start.
Oh, she's Tank Man Dan's #1 fan.
Yeah, sorry, Chad. I can't see
Self-proclaimed
Chad.
#1 fan.
Yeah, Sue's great. Thank you, Sue, for your continued support.
Yeah.
She's great.
Rusty Nails, that makes me laugh so hard because not many people will get that reference, but that I used to go through the Sears catalog and make a list every Christmas for my parents to, you know, buy me stuff, I guess.
My dad only shopped at Sears for me.
What's that?
Like, my dad only shopped at Sears for me, and this is literally up until
Get a lot
like
of tires.
a few years ago, before like Sears actually closed. So we were all still getting Sears gifts. So I feel you there.
I had to laugh at that comment. I'm sorry, because that's what I looked forward to every year was going through the Sears catalog and making a list. Like page 2, I want C, D, and F. And then like page 3, I want H, I, and J. Oh my God.
My dad
Well,
wouldn't put our names on our gifts, so he'd wrap everybody's gift, and you'd get a number, and you wouldn't know your number. So the whole time you're just sitting there going, "What the fuck? Whose is this?" Well, I was a bad kid, so I opened them. I get a knife.
So I opened it. That was a climax.
I'd get a knife and I'd slice it, and I'd open one side enough to find out whose is what, and then I'd go tell everybody what their shit was.
Tara, you and me are 2 peas in a fucking pod. Because I would do the same thing. I would unwrap all the gifts and I would go and tell my brother what he got, and he would be like, "Damn it!" He would get so many.
Well, one year it got me because all I had was underwear. That's all.
Oh,
Care Bear underwear. And I'm like, what the fuck? Who likes Care Bear underwear? Not me. So I'm like, oh my God, this sucks so bad. So I had the worst attitude getting up for Christmas. I'm like, I'm not doing anything for Christmas. I'm like throwing gifts. I'm like, I only got underwear. Well, turns out I had a 10-speed bike out in the garage that I didn't know about. So old shithead here was a real prince that day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're used to it, Tara.
Yeah, my mom still brings that up.
Still reminds you? Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's
that's
funny.
a doozy.
yeah.
I'm so excited. I got presents for Painted Lady for Christmas.
Mhm.
One of them shows up today, and I can't wait to give it to her. It's the best.
You gave it to her today?
Yeah.
Good boy.
Aw,
Good man.
good one.
She's just going to open them all and look anyways from the top.
Oh, I have grown up since then.
Last year,
Since last year.
my maturity.
He's been really excited about whatever is arriving today, so I'm excited to see what it is because I'm getting it. Well, his early Christmas gift was the Lions game, so that's what I decided on from last week when we spoke about what I was going to get him. So decided on part of it was the Lions game, part of it.
I'm so excited, Chat. Chat would never be able to guess what I got you, but
No.
you can't guess either because you think it's a salad shooter.
I did think it was a salad shooter.
Slap job.
Yep, I did.
Now she
I mean,
thinks I got her a toaster because I've been joking about that all year.
Yeah, I can imagine you got her a toaster.
you're gonna give her a toaster early for
I
Christmas.
sent her a screenshot of this sweet toaster I found that had a touch screen on it and like pictures of bagels and stuff.
Why do you need a touch screen?
No,
I can't believe they make a touch screen toaster.
of course they make a
So-
touchscreen toaster.
Somebody needs it, I guess, but I don't
They make
know.
touchscreen
It's
toast.
It's not.
It's us. We need it.
$260 toaster. I think we need
Oh
it.
my goodness.
Right? It's the dumbest
Oh.
shit ever.
Instead of wasting $260 on a stupid fucking toaster, this is my PSA that Black Friday sales may still be going on. Maybe you have 2 nickels to rub together, maybe you don't. But this is the time for you to think of all the stoners in your life. And you know, you can just set a hard fucking cap and be like, okay, I'm going to spend $40. So you think of what you can get a stoner for $40, man. I can get him a nice torch if he's the dabber. I can get him a cool, you know, we were showing off that picture that Charlie did with the skull and the spoon. You can get a hell of a fucking handpipe for $40.
Yep.
And there's still time enough that, like, if you rolled over to Etsy or something and you found somebody a really cool chillum or a cool stash jar or maybe a grinder or anything like that, dude, people love to be gifted canna-friendly gifts. And if you don't have that, try to set a little bit of herb aside so that you can throw them a little bag, or, you know, don't bogart that whole fucking jar. Save it for at least when they come over for the holiday party. You're like, hey man, I've been holding on to this. Let's fucking get down on it.
Scobo
Right.
practices what he preaches. He's given pipes and chillums and stuff to just about everybody involved in the show. And
As he
I
says
get
that,
bored.
of course, I haven't given anything to Astro
This
Treasure
one's my-
Dan, but thank you
my
very
favorite.
much. I appreciate it. You know,
Yeah, man, I don't expect nothing. Shit. I haven't gave you nothing either.
This was my welcome to Michigan gift from Skillbow.
Mm. Wow, he just
Excellent.
must not like you guys, Charlie and Dan. Sorry to hear that.
Damn it.
That's
I've
okay.
always known
No,
it.
you know what the real live difference is the cash flow has changed for me specifically.
The cash flow
Oh.
Charge
changed for
everybody, dude.
Yeah.
everybody.
Well, I was trying to just be humble and nice about it myself.
Yeah.
And hey, don't forget, if you got some of them Black Friday dollars, get over to Astro Charlie's and pick up some awesome custom artwork too. For your
You know,
loved
there was a question in chat. Would you shout out when and where that is, and if Natalie's going to be showing anything as well?
Oh yeah, that's it's gonna be on our Instagrams. So my Instagram is like my name appears on the thing. There's an underscore before and after, and it'll be sometime this afternoon. There'll be a bunch of good stuff. Yeah, but art is a luxury item. That's kind of how I've always looked at it. So there's no, you don't have to spend the money. We try and make our stuff affordable. So there's lots of stuff that like there's $20 or $15 or you know.
I mean, one of these dab mats, you could get one of your friends for, you know, the holidays coming up.
I got some press magnets that are cool. Like trippy press magnets. There
There you go, Dan. Thank you.
Very cool, Dan.
That's-
1 of 3.
I don't know.
very, very gifted individuals.
Oh, that's
I always
fucking-
like seeing
I thought that was a
artwork.
yo-yo at first.
I don't
Nah,
know.
it's a little drippy magnet, or this is a pendant, you know, drippy
Sweet.
rosin. But I do press magnets too, which I like. I don't know. I like because if you press
That gives
rosin
me
and stuff,
anxiety,
it holds your
though.
papers up.
Here's some
Oh,
of Natalie's.
So one of
Yeah,
my
these
favorite
awesome.
pieces that she did, she embroidered a bouquet of flowers, and I got that from her, and that was my wedding gift to my daughter-in-law. So it's down at my daughter-in-law's in Cincinnati, so I got to go there this weekend and see it down there. So it was super cool to go there and see it.
That's awesome. Thank
I
you
love
very
that
much.
piece. It's so beautiful.
It's always really cool for us to go to someone's house and see our stuff is very cool. We forget, you know, it's like, oh, it's cool to see our art, but it's honoring and special for us to be in homes of our friends and not just supporters, you know.
And this is just
Yeah.
one piece of the Astro Charlie and Natalie collection we have. We have a
Oh, yeah.
nice variety of collection, and I love his T-shirts. And anytime he has those available, we try to scoop up on those. But they go fast. You gotta get them.
Thank you so much.
I can't wait until I have like a dedicated man cave type area where I can hang up all of this stuff that I've been collecting.
I want a glass case. My good
Yeah.
friend has a glass case for all of his nice glass and trinkets.
Yeti
and
has an incredible glass case of glass. It's just,
I've yet to see it.
Glass piece of glass.
it's like, you know how like in the older days they would have like a curio cabinet full of fine china. He's got the same cabinet full of really sweet bongs and stuff.
If the
That's what I
glass
want.
glassing, are you passing?
That's
I
right.
left my glass display case at my old house. It's like what you see in a store. It's like a 5-foot long one. It's got the
Awesome.
four drawers, you know, with the locks and shit. Then the
Yeah.
slider's got a mirror in the back. It's got the lock on it.
But that fucker is heavy as shit.
It's
That's so
fucking
nice.
heavier than fuck, dude. And by the time I got to moving out, I was like,
Fuck
I looked at my son because he's the one that bought it from us. I was like, dude, I may come back for that, and I may not ever come back for that. He was like, no, I completely understand, Pop. You know, it's completely
Preaching to the
stupid out.
choir, I'm sure, but I wanted, you know, pretty glass, like going to Yetis and taking dabs and stuff, really enhances the experience. Just like going to a nice dinner and having a nice setting and good lighting and good music enhances the experience. Good glass really enhances the experience of smoking down and session with your homies. So if you
I
don't,
believe that.
if you don't get to try it, if you don't have any cool pieces, at least try to get a friend that's got one and try it out. It's really neat. And some of them even work better than other ones.
Okay, so in the interest of budget and discount, how do you guys feel about the cheaper, smaller pieces that, let's say, you could go get at Wild Bill's right now, or something like that? Is that
I have
just like-
those.
Okay.
I've got
One of my favorite function is a cheap piece.
Yeah.
And it rips.
They're
Yeah.
fine.
It
That's
looks
what I was
nice
thinking
too.
about, Dan. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I use that one when we're out and about with people and you don't care about breaking $40 piece. Then we have, you know, more glass. Well, don't mind it's nasty, dirty, but we have some hand blown stuff. I don't spend a lot on glass. But you know, $100, $200 pieces, they're
Yeah.
not bad.
I have always liked the one that Sequence got. Didn't you get that from Dabsmith?
Yeah, it's available for sale if anyone wants it. Thank you for joining us, guys. I really enjoyed the show. Have a
Holy
great
shit,
day.
it's over already. Fuck.
It's over already.
Peace.
We appreciate you guys very much.
Have a great weekend.
Talk
Cheers,
to you tomorrow
everybody.
night.
Thanks for being
Let's
there.
go